Why is my plumber charging so much? Is this a question that you ask yourself? Well, if you do, I'm gonna tell you different reasons that plumbers charge what they are, and to be honest, it's why they're worth it. Truth is, most plumbers probably aren't charging enough to make the living that they should be. And if you'll hang around to the end, I'm gonna tell you the importance of hiring the best plumber and why it's the right thing to do. If you're new to this channel, or even if you're not, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on anything. And if you know a homeowner that, well, needs to hire a plumber and they really should hire the right one, you might want to share this video with them. So first of all, well, a lot of plumbers do like a lot of college students do. They go to a technical college, they go to a training center, they join a union, they join a trades program that helps teach them. Now, there's different ones. You can join a union, you can stay open shop, but you can go to technical college and learn to become a welder, a plumber, an HVAC technician. You can learn all kinds of things. You can actually learn construction management. So a lot of people in the trades have actually gone to college. A lot of us didn't. A lot of us, well, we came up open shop, meaning we weren't in the union. There was no training program. We went to work for what we thought at the time might be one of the best plumbing companies around. Luckily for me, a couple of the plumbers that I worked with in the beginning were great plumbers, and they taught me the right way to do a lot of things. Now, I've been plumbing for over 40 years, and some of these things that I learned from the very best, the very first plumbers that I worked with, are things that I've based everything I've done throughout my career. But later when I got into the union and I had the opportunity to teach, I love that because I could teach them the right way to do things. If you're a plumber that goes through the union, or any tradesperson, but you go through the union, you go through their educational program, you've not only worked during the day, but you've gone to school at night for 5 years to learn how to do things. Well, that's an education, and that's worth something. I know a lot of people think plumbers are just dumb. Well, there's a lot of training and education that goes into be a plumber if you learn to do it the right way. Now, can you hire a handyman or something like that? Yeah, you can. Good luck with that. I hope it turns out well for you because, well, to be honest, he does not really know much about plumbing. He hasn't studied it. He doesn't know it. I've actually had arguments over people about what fittings to use or what not to use. I'm a master plumber. They have no education in plumbing, but they want to argue with me about it. The training and education that I've gone through and a lot of plumbers go through is crazy, but it makes us good at what we do. Now, with everything going on, there's a high demand for plumbers. There's a high demand for all tradespeople. Plumbers, electricians, HVAC technicians, we're in such high demand that when we try to hire people, it's hard. It's hard to hire good people to come in and do the job. Now, we get people that come in and apply that, well, yeah, I'm really not interested in you. You either came in smelling like smoke, you don't know how to communicate well, you don't know how to listen well, you don't look very professional, you don't look like you fit our culture. Supply and demand is bad right now, and it's only gonna get worse. Right now, the average age of a plumber, a licensed plumber in Texas, is about 58 years old. That's my age. So think about it. People my age are already thinking, hey, I'm wanting to retire soon. Well, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose a lot of people out of the service industry, out of the trades, and there's less people getting in right now. Why? Because their parents have told them their whole life they need to go to college, that if they don't go to college, they won't amount to anything. Well, you know what? I know a lot of tradespeople that are millionaires. I know a lot of tradespeople that make a wonderful living, live a great life, and they enjoy each and every day. So don't think just because you don't go to college, you won't amount to anything. Going to college is a career path for some people. If you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, I don't know, there might be some other things you really need to go to college for. But what if instead of racking up that student debt, you went to work in the trades, you start getting paid from day one, you go through an apprentice training program or a learning process, and in 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, however long it takes, you come out as a journeyman, and you can go on to become a master, and in some of these trades, you can even open your own business. Supply and demand is fixing to kick in because we have more people retiring and less people getting in, and that's gonna mean more money on the paycheck. Well, people ask me, why do plumbers train so much? Well, the plumbing system really is very complex. Don't get me wrong, after you learn it, it's not. I don't think there's anything really hard about what we do. But the reason being, I've been doing it for over 40 years. I understand it. I understand why things happen for a reason. I know why we put pipe in the way we do. I know why we put hangers in. I know why we test it the way we do. I know why we don't do and don't use some of the fittings that we do. There's a lot of things that I know about this, but it's because it's a very complex system. If you think about it, plumbers, at least the plumbers here in Texas, the water coming into your house from the meter all the way through your house, that's your potable water supply. That's your clean water coming in, going through your system. The plumber fixes all that. Now, once it comes out of that faucet, out of that valve, out of that shower head, whatever it is, now it becomes the drain system. It goes through your P-trap, it goes through your arm, it goes through your risers, it goes through your sewer, it goes through your sewer main. All that, the plumber works on that, all the way to the city tap. So whether it's the water coming in, the sewer going out, all the plumbing system in your house, that falls under the plumber to work on. And also here in Texas, the plumbers work on natural gas. So from your meter, once it comes out of your meter, goes into your house, goes all the way through into each and every appliance or fixture, whatever it goes to, all that's under the plumber too. A lot of plumbers across the country don't work on natural gas, and even the thought of it scares them. They're like, I don't want to come to Texas because y'all work on gas. If you learn to do it right, it's never a problem. The most important things about why plumbers are charging so much, it's because of what all they do. They supply your drinking water. They supply your heat when you're cold. They make sure your sewage water gets carried away like it should be and does not get mixed in with your potable water. Does that happen sometimes? Yes, it's called a cross connection. And people who've never studied plumbing, to be honest, most of them can't even tell you what that is. We charge so much because we know what we're doing. We've had a lot of training getting to the point that we're at, either to own our own company or to work for other people. The training, the education, the knowledge, we paid for that. Whether it's blood, sweat, and tears, whether it's cost to go to school, whatever the reason, we paid for all that. But why are plumbers really expensive? Well, it's the cost. It's the investment in the tools, in the shop, in the building that they're in the vehicles that they supply for their employees. The cost of doing good, continuing education, insurance. Insurance is outrageous, but every good plumbing company has it. The cost of all these goods are expensive, and actually we have to pass those costs on to our customers. And I hope this helps you. If you're a plumber and you think the company you're working for doesn't charge enough or is charging too much, do me a favor and leave me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on it. If you're a homeowner and you've had to pay plumbers to come out and do a lot of work, or maybe they didn't. Maybe you paid them, they came out and worked for 15 minutes and charged you a lot of money. There are a lot of products that are expensive, so that can be justified sometimes. But either way, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the Expert Plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.